Hello everyone and welcome back to Psychoboy Plays Doki Doki Literature Club. We're gonna read the rest of the girls' poems. I get the feeling Natsuki might not want to show us hers, so let's see. I can admit that it's better than the last one. It's nice to see that you're putting in some effort. That's good. But I still don't like this at all. It's trying too hard to be serious. TTH, huh? What do you mean by that? Poems don't need to be all deep sounding to express something. It's going to just sound like you're forcing it unless you really don't suck at it. Honestly, don't bother trying to write poems like this until you're on Yuri's level. Natsuki should stop short all of a sudden. Don't tell me. You're not just trying to impress Yuri, are you? I swear to God, these two are lesbian for each other. I ship it so hard. What are you talking about? And keep your voice down. You know Yuri would love this this angsty. Yeah. Fucking goth. Just because she's a talented writer doesn't mean Looks like I'm in trouble. I somehow struck a nerve that what I did is beyond me. I am so done with you! Natsuki shoves the poem I handed her back over to me. Take your stupid poem. If you wrote it for someone else, just don't show it to me. Ouch. This is what I get for letting a younger girl step into my business. Unless I was a mind reader, I was destined to be in a world of pain from the start. At least Natsuki wasn't really the girl I was trying to impress in the first place. Of course. Hey, Yuri. Okay, so we've seen all this before. Okay, and finally, Monika! Hi again, Ryan. How's the writing going? Alright, I guess. I'll take that. As long as it's not going bad, and we've seen all this. This one's good! It feels like you're not only getting more comfortable with your style, but the imagery is better than the last one I read. Just wondering, but have you been finding inspiration in Yuri's writing style? I guess so. You can't deny that she's talented. Yeah, totally. I think her poems are the most, romantic. That's the best way to describe it. She's like a totally different person when she picks up a pen. I noticed that too. Not as severely autistic. Or when she's talking about literature, it's like a light turns on inside her. I can say that, by the way, because I am also autistic. Sadly, it's hard to get much personal conversation out of her. Trust me, I've tried. Who knows what goes on in that head of hers? I hope you don't mean that in a bad way. No, of course not. I just meant that I wish she didn't keep so much to herself. But still, defending her like that. You must be pretty into her. You completely misunderstood. Calm down, I'm kidding. Besides, I'm pretty sure she's already got a boyfriend. Trying to deter me. Yeah, I get it, Monika. Wait, really? Yeah, a fictional one anyway. Monika kind of whispers that last part to me. It's just a hunch, but... well, there's not really anything wrong with that. Oh, well, I know. See, you're fictional too, Monika. I was just saying. But anyway, you want to read my poem now? I like the way this one turned out, so I hope you do too. Alright, let's take a look. Save me and load me, yep. And we've seen all that. And then the festival, and this time I'm going to choose to go with Yuri, because that's the only choice I haven't made yet. Oh, but I will choose Natsuki just to see what kind of route that ends up, because there will be some special dialogue, right? Oh, right, this part. I'm going pure Yuri, so... alright. Hey. Okay. Yeah, she does like her imagination. Whisper. Oh, really? Bum 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 ba ba. Bum 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 boodaloo doodaloo da da. I think it gets harder to choose one girl the more time you spend with her. Actually, I'm gonna save it right here, just in case. The melancholy of Haruhi Suzumiya. Existence. Oh, let's go. Contamination. Philosophy. Oh, shit. Disoriented. Determination. Cage. Incongruent. Unrestrained. Fester. And despise. And finally, uncanny. Nice. Alright, and continuing onward. Yep. Why does it feel like I'm being watched? I glance around the room. Suddenly, I notice Yuri peering at me from over her book. But she looks away just as quickly with a flustered look on her face. I realize that she won't get anywhere like this. I've never really seen Yuri approach anyone or start a conversation on her own accord. So I have no choice but to approach her myself. By now, it's a little easier for me to do that. I stand up from my desk and sit in one next to her own. I didn't mean to bother you or anything. Relax, you didn't even do anything. But I could tell that you wanted to be alone with your thoughts. Alone with my thoughts? How are you even able to tell that I was thinking like that? Well, it's something that I do a lot, so it wasn't hard for me to spot based on your posture and expression. Not that I was staring or anything. You were staring so hard. I didn't do anything creepy like that. Hey, did I drop my pen in this one? It's possible. In any case, I guess you were right. I'm sorry if I caused you any concern. Don't apologize. Your troubles are only the concern of those who willingly share in that concern. Of course, there are certainly those who find the most comfort in keeping to themselves, but if you would prefer to share what's on your mind, then I would be glad to listen. It's really not that big of a deal. I was just feeling a bit uneasy about Sayori. Sayori? Yeah, she seems a little off today, but when I asked her about it, she didn't want to admit it to me. So I can't help but wonder if something happened to her. Oh, that's quite romantic. Eh? Sorry, I didn't mean to say something stupid. It's not that, I just don't want you to misunderstand. Sayori and I have just been friends for a long time, that's all. Ah, I see. Then perhaps it is unusual for her to be dismissive to you about your feelings. Or maybe I'm just reading into it a little too much. Ryan, the world is full of meaning, often hidden deep beneath plain sight. And there are many untold mysteries behind every person, no matter how well you may know them. Ah, so you think there might be something behind it after all? I think that Sayori is a very complex person. Her mannerisms on the outside don't always match what may be going on inside her head. And she may not always know what she wants. I noticed her strange behavior today too, and also feel some concern for her. But in your case, it looks like she was fully occupying your thoughts, wasn't she? Well, I guess that was the case. Sayori, she really means a lot to you, doesn't she? I guess. But you don't need to put it that way. We're just good friends, that's all. Yuri suddenly looks deeply into my eyes. Her expression is gentle and curious, as if she was searching for something. Embarrassed, I avert my gaze. Sometimes, a person's mysteries are untold even to themselves. And you, as someone honest and caring, may uncover feelings you weren't aware were in you. That is, I think that she would be a very fortunate person to have you feel that way about her. Yuri, you're giving me too much credit. I'm a pretty simple guy. So I think I'm pretty good at understanding my own feelings. I'm not nearly as sophisticated as you. That's not a compliment, is it? It is what it is. Anyway, as long as we're here, why don't we do some reading? Well, as long as you're okay with it. Yeah, I should be taking my mind off this whole thing anyway. Okay. And time to share the poems. I'll do Yuri last, since you might want to keep the poem. Hi, Ryan. Have you thought about what you want to submit to perform at the festival? Well, right, okay, so seeing all this. Your style's gotten so refined, Ryan. Yuri's been teaching you a lot of things, hasn't she? Well, I guess so. Yeah, I've been noticing how much time you spend with her. I think I've heard her say more words these past couple days than she's talked in the whole year. Not sure how you did it, but that's pretty impressive. Well, she just needs some patience and a way to talk about other things in her head, I guess. I'm still getting the hang of it myself. You're certainly putting in a lot of effort. You must really like her. That's... It's awfully suspicious, you know? Spending time with her in the clubroom every day, reading that edgy novel with her. Well, I just feel bad that she has a hard time socializing. Monica, you're getting a little aggressive there. It makes me want to make sure that she doesn't spend all her time alone. Besides, the novel isn't bad either, you know? Alright, I get ya. Just be careful, alright? I know that Yuri isn't used to opening herself up. So if something bad happens while she's vulnerable, then it could be really hard for her. Her books aren't a total escape from reality. They're just a bandage. You say that like I'm going to hurt her. Sorry, I didn't really mean that. If anything, she might accidentally hurt herself. No, you're going to hurt her. Anyway, I'll share my poem with you now, alright? Alright. Hey, Yuri. And of course, all this stuff. Hey, Natsuki. Yeah, no thanks! Eh, you didn't even— NEXT! Okay then. And I didn't even get to read her poem. But I get a special one from Yuri, probably. Ryan, your writing has only improved in these last few days. Every poem you've shown me has been nothing short of spectacular. I can really feel the emotions. I'm a little envious even. I don't think it ever came to me this naturally. Yuri, that's the wrong way to put it. This never did come naturally to me. But I've been able to improve so much thanks to you. You're really the example I was chasing after. Is that so? Yuri gently smiles to herself. This feeling, I'm so glad I got the chance to share my writing. I never thought it would be like this. I never thought it would feel like this. I remember you mentioning that yesterday. I can't believe that you're so good at something and you never even shared it with anyone. It's kind of a shame. Maybe, but it's not like I really had a choice. What do you mean? Well, Yuri smiles sadly. Ryan, during lunchtime I eat by myself. Did you know that? It's a great time to find a quiet spot and do some reading. In fact, I always have some books with me. I have to admit, I usually eat lunch by myself as well. I ate with friends in high school, but ever since going to college, I don't really have that many people near me who I know well, so I eat alone. But it's fine, whatever. You could say I really enjoy reading. Well, that's one way to put it anyway, but books are so full of amazing and inspiring people. People you want to fall in love with, or people you just know would make a really good friend. Cheerful people who always put a smile on your face, or deep thinkers and problem solvers who discover the mysteries of life. So when you look at it that way, I'm surrounded by friends every day. So many of our best friends are writers, huh? You know? And those friends don't laugh at me. They don't tease me for spacing out all the time. They don't make fun of my body type. And they don't hate me for acting like a know-it-all. This isn't actually my first foray into the world of Homestuck celebrity, I guess. I run a small blog called Crossbite 101 that you guys might have heard of. It's pretty alright, but I end up talking to a lot of people who see my writing and assume that I am this charismatic individual who will be friends with them no matter what because, oh, we must have so many interests in common. I don't like to turn people down, especially when they're asking to be my friend. That's just not something I'm good at, but there's, whatever preconceived notions you might have about an author, don't try to take them too much to heart. They might not always be into what you are, and they might not always find what you find interesting. Sometimes they might just want to be left alone. Sometimes they might not agree with you on certain things. I found some really strange people in my writing who wanted to talk to me and share their interests with me the way I share my interests with everyone by posting it on that blog. I don't know. When you're a writer, you have a lot of friends. Everyone who reads your stuff is kind of your friend. But at the same time, you don't really have any friends because None of those people know what you're really like. They only know what you've written. And you only write about like a little fraction of yourself. People say that about you? I'm not a know-it-all, Ryan. It's the opposite. I don't know anything. I don't know how to talk to people. I don't know how to make people see me as normal. I don't even know how to make myself happy. I have all these feelings, and all I can do with them is read and write. But it wasn't until now that I started sharing it with you that I really understood what was missing all this time. But I haven't really done anything. No, that's wrong. Just being patient and respectful, it's really important to me. I know I'm a difficult person, Ryan. I speak too slowly. I second-guess myself all the time. I read too deeply into things. But every time, you've always treated me just like anyone else. It's so rare that I feel comfortable with myself when I talk to others. But that's why every time I talk to you, I just feel really happy. And that's why I talk to my fans, to the people who read my stuff, because I know that while I may not interest them with my own interests, and while they may bore me to tears with their esoteric fascinations, talking to them makes them happy, and knowing that I have somebody who likes my work makes me happy. And really, I think that's all you really need for a good friendship, is just to make people happy. As long as we make each other happy, as long as we understand each other and our feelings, I think that it doesn't really matter what our interests are or how little we have in common. We can always find common ground, and that we just want a friend. I see. Well, I treat you how you deserve to be treated, Yuri. And if other people don't see it that way, then screw them. I mean, I joined this club hoping I would make friends, and I would say I've had at least one success. Wouldn't you? If you put it that way. Yeah. We really are friends now, aren't we? Yuri puts her head in her hands, but this time she's smiling a little as she does it. Do you want to show me your poem? Yeah, I do. Let me get it for you. Ghost Under the Light, Part 2. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow, bathing. In the distance, a blue-green light flickers. A lone figure crosses its path, a silhouette obstructing the eerie glow. My heart pounds. The silhouette grows. Closer, closer. I open my umbrella, casting a shadow to shield me from visibility. But I am too late. He steps into the streetlight. I gasp and drop my umbrella. The light flickers. My heart pounds. He raises his arm. Time stops. The only indication of movement is the amber light flickering against his outstretched arm. The flickering light is in rhythm with the pounding of my heart, teasing me for succumbing to this forbidden emotion. Have you ever heard of a ghost feeling warmth before? Giving up on understanding, I laugh. Understanding is overrated. I touch his hand. The flickering stops. Ghosts are blue-green. My heart is amber. Finishing the poem, I start to hand it back to Yuri. But instead of taking it from me, she looks away. Do you dislike it? No, of course not. I just don't really know how I should respond. Despite Yuri's poems usually being cryptic, it wasn't hard to figure out what this one was about. Also, this clearly isn't the poem that Natsuki said she read about. Yeah, because Natsuki didn't say shit! Meaning I'm probably the only one she's showing this to. I don't know if I'll be able to explain this one. That's fine. I understand this one. Yuri's having an even harder time speaking than usual. Does this one mean a lot to you? Yuri nods. I'm not really good with words, but I'm happy that you shared it with me. So thank you. And I hope we keep spending time together. Despite my inability to make eye contact, I see a faint smile emerge on Yuri's lips. I once again try to hand the poem back to her, but instead Yuri gently takes my hands and pushes them back towards me. I hesitate in response to her warm touch. You can, the poem is... Once again, Yuri fails to form a complete sentence. You mean I can keep it? Yuri nods. I'd love to. Again, Yuri faintly smiles, as if she doesn't want me to notice. You always make me feel nice. I know I'm not good with people, but I hope that I can return the favor sometimes. Yeah, don't worry. I think you do a good job. Yuri finally turns back toward me. I guess we should move on before Monica says something. but I'm sure we can talk again later. Yeah, I'm sure we will. With that, Yuri timidly smiles at me, and I return to my seat so I can put her poem away. Uh-huh. So first I'm going to choose Natsuki, just to see how that path goes, and then I'm going to choose Yuri. Okay. Nope, no. Load game. There we go. Yes. Thank God for the Are You Sure's, huh? I keep telling myself there's no reason to be nervous, but it doesn't help much. Oh, and ladies and gentlemen, we are out of time. Drive safely, have a delightful day, and I will see you all in the next episode of Psychoboy Plays Doki Doki Literature Club. And for the first time ever, I'm going to be going to Yuri's house to work on Sense with her.